Hello, my name is Alison Quilter. I'm Head of IT at Scottish Building Society, which was founded in 1848. It's a mutual organisation owned by and run for the benefit of its members. And the Society helps the people of Scotland and beyond to buy homes and save for the future by providing uncomplicated financial products. It provides a good platform for us to onboard more functionality with strategic partners. And when we moved to AWS, we were already a managed service customer. And in that respect, the service delivery hasn't changed. And as a managed service customer, we know our costs year to year. But also moving to cloud, we have more resilience capabilities. We have additional security around system access and data security. And we have sustainability of infrastructure. And besides that, the processing speed of our batch jobs is infinitely quicker and it's much easier to use. I think like us, the organisations, as a financial organisation, we had to do the due diligence requirements for third-party outsourcing, and that needs to be addressed. And it's a bit of work that takes time to get it right. So I wouldn't underestimate that. Organisations should also be prepared to take a fit for purpose assessment just to make sure that their infrastructure, their servers and applications can be moved to the cloud. And explaining what cloud is, folk hear that word and they think they know what it is, but the infrastructure of cloud needs to be fully appreciated and understood. And it's not always necessarily the case that cloud is cheaper. You have to be careful with the types of servers, virtual desktops, the data consumption, backup requirements and storage costs and license costs. And these need to be fully understood. And I think these are the things, these are maybe not obstacle, but things that people need to be aware when they consider moving to the cloud. Before we committed to the project, we did a bit of pre-project work with Sopra and we engaged with a security company to go over the proposed Sopra design. And when that was all discussed and talked through and we knew it was confirmed as a sound design, a business case was then put forward to the board with costings for sign-off. And the contract negotiations and the project work started. And the move from the on-premise managed service to the AWS managed service with Sopra, it took about 20 months of intense work. It could have been done quicker, but as a small IT team, we had to ensure that we continued to support our internal teams and that business as usual wasn't maintained as well. And there were also another couple of business projects running alongside this one, this AWS project, which needed internal resource. So that was a bit of a challenge. Sopra were excellent with their project management, and the Sopra project manager dealt with all the paperwork and delivery of plans so that we had that on a plate and we could file it away for our audit purposes. And the Sopra project manager called upon the various Sopra teams at each stage of the project that were required to help us implement the solution. And these meetings were held weekly. And on the Scottish side, we had 3 IT resource helping on this project to manage that change at our end. And when we required assistance from users at the test phases and migration phases, we brought in and we got the help of all the business teams. And of course, we needed their help with the test migrations and the go live weekend. We also had in place from our side a weekly management steerco of our senior leadership, of the chief exec, our finance director, our head of risk and operations, and the IT people. So our internal people knew exactly what was happening at every stage of the project. They knew they would know the progress, they knew of any delays, and we could quickly work together with Sopra to overcome any difficulties as the project went on. We also had joint steerco with Sopra monthly, and so both management tiers in Sopra and Scottish were very closely aligned to this project, and that's what made it work. Everyone was involved, we all took an interest, and it wasn't just left to IT, and it wasn't just left to the Sopra project manager. And we got live 20 months later. Yes, the society needed to continue to meet the changing needs of customers and brokers. And to do that, it needed to add more in terms of online functionality and other services that we would want to expand on. And to increase efficiencies, agility and flexibility with a solution that allows the business to scale its operations and help it to deliver in an efficient manner, whilst reducing complexity and risk, as well as enabling the society to leverage the scale of strategic partners. And the move also supports our overall business strategy of creating an efficient, competitive, sustainable and resilient organisation aligned with the corporate plan strategy. Yes. Managing expectations of the business for project timescales. Resource from our side, keeping BAU going and being able to keep up with the demands of the project was a challenge. And as I said before, we had other projects that we were delivering at the same time as the AWS one. So as a result, the AWS project just took a wee bit longer to get through. But not so much of a challenge, more an awareness. We had to ensure that our third party firewall support company and our comms support were engaged right at the outset of the project, because we knew there would be the moment in time where there would be changes to comms, to routing tables, and they would need to be edited on the new and old infrastructure as we transitioned. So we had to have Sopra, BT, and our firewall support teams engaged from day one. And by doing that, that really helped with the various tasks that had to come. Sustainable infrastructure, enhanced security and resilience, and aligned with the IT corporate plan strategy, it allows us to open up routes to implement other functionality with strategic partners. We know the costs for the length of the contract. They're fixed through the contract term, so it's easier to budget. The core infrastructure is taken care of by Sopra, and it leaves the IT team at Scottish Building Society with more time to support the new initiatives and we work along the business teams internally to bring them on board. And that is key to the success of the society going forward. The actual processing times and batches means that we can get through month ends and year ends a lot quicker, and we can then it allows us to move on to all the ancillary work following a month end to turn around faster delivery times of MI to our business partners internally. Sopra already provided a managed service to the customer, and as part of Sopra's strategic plan, it was their wish to move managed service to AWS. So that meant a natural gateway for us. That was the natural progression to enhance our managed service with Sopra. With Sopra as our managed service provider, we haven't lost control over our infrastructure, but we've gained a team of 4 because essentially we've extended our IT team to work alongside skilled Sopra people who look after our infrastructure, and they deal with all the resource grabbing functions like Unix and Oracle upgrades and running overnight batches and backups. And we work in partnership with each other. We complement each other. We need Sopra and Sopra need us to make this a success. So with the core infrastructure taken care of, it allows the Scottish IT team to work more closely with the business to facilitate new projects and onboard front-end technologies for the benefit of our customers, brokers, and business teams. It's a good partnership that's been developed over many years. And yes, there's been some bumps on the road, but we've got through that by talking and having respect and understanding of each other. And that's not to say that we, as a customer, have rolled over on things and gave in on some things, but we've worked through and gained a professional working relationship which is friendly. It's partnership and relationship management. And if you want something to work, you'll make it work. Sopra are very attentive, supporting, and excellent to work with right across the teams within Sopra. And they've always been there when we've needed assistance or guidance. What's not to like? It's a partnership that works. The cloud infrastructure puts us in a good position for the society to make further processing efficiencies and to adopt more leading edge technologies for online services, partnering with strategic service providers for the benefit of our customers, brokers, and ultimately grow our business in a safe, sustainable manner.